Hey there, it's Kelly Resendez, and you are on my YouTube channel where I talk all things abundance mindset and world positive leadership. So I want to share a strategy with you that has really allowed me in my career to be able to tap into what I believe is my greatest purpose. My greatest purpose is to help people increase joy and reduce self-sabotage. And as an executive at a multi-billion-dollar company, there are a lot of ways that I support our employees, but I also had this deep desire to be able to share more with the world. And a lot of times people think, like, how does she do it? Like, she works a full-time job, she's writing books, she's speaking. How does she do it? And I want to just give you some of these things that I've done that have allowed me to be able to create what I have in my life and have those ands where I can have a job and be able to do the things that really inspire me on a deeper level. So let's talk about writing first. So how have I written 3 books? 2 have been published. 1 is in editing and hopefully to come out later this year on abundance practices. All it was taking 15 minutes every single day for 6 months. Now, I just woke up earlier. That's all I did. That was the secret. Is I wrote when I woke up for 15 minutes every single day. Like, it was non-negotiable. For me, I'm very disciplined about certain things. There's some stuff I'm not disciplined about, but what I would tell you is that I just made a commitment to myself that I wanted to do these things and I didn't want my job to suffer. And so I just, number 1, set that intention. Number 2, created the space for it. And then I took action. I didn't wait to figure out what the title was or who the editor was, or if anyone was going to buy the book. I had this calling to be able to share some of the strategies that have worked in my own life with other people. 15 minutes every single day. So that's how I've written books. And then I found an amazing editor that really just allowed me to hand off my project to her. And then she took it to the next levels in editing and publishing and getting it out there into the world. Now, speaking. Now, for a lot of us that have a desire to speak. Now, for most of you, you don't. If you don't know this, most people are more afraid of speaking than they are dying. But for me, I love sharing. Like, I love learning and growing myself and teaching. That's the recipe. I love to learn. I love to grow. I love to teach. Now, teaching has actually given me a lot of amazing accountability. And so when I speak, if I'm sharing things with the audience, I'm sharing them with myself too. So it's been a great accountability tool, talking about leadership principles, emotional intelligence, other things which obviously benefit my career in leadership as well. But most of the speaking events that I do are in the evening or on the weekends. And so what you can do is just set that intention that you're going to find the ones that are there. Now, I have to get a little creative sometimes if I've got to do something in the daytime, and I need to be a little bit more thoughtful about how I'm going to keep up with everything. But most keynotes are an hour. And so at the most, I'm taking 2 to 3 hours, which is a long lunch, or really just being able to do that. And so if you have the desire to speak more, then go ahead and start to get your information out there. Now, what would you speak on? Whatever you're an expert at. People want to hire experts at something that's going to help their audience transform. For me, I was an expert at self-sabotage and overthinking and shifting my mindset. And so those are the things that I really spoke on most. I also integrate it into my career. So Goodly, my main company, is one of the largest solar and home improvement financing companies. So like, I'm speaking at SolarCon in the next couple of months, which benefits both the company and it really taps into my purpose. So with speaking, you get to create whatever reality you want. You could just choose to do events on the weekend. I also do some stuff online. I do a lot of online speaking. I've never taken a lunch. And so it's just one of those things that I do at lunch as well. And then the other thing, like creating YouTube videos, maybe you want to share more. I do it on my days off or early in the morning or late in the evening. That doesn't interfere with those things at all either. So again, you just have to create your own schedule based off of what it is that you really want to do. And then the last piece I would say is social media. Some might look at my social media and say, oh my gosh, how does she do it? I actually have teams that work remotely. They're virtual assistants. I use virtual assistants a lot that help me on any podcast appearance that I do, any speaking event that I do, any YouTube that I do. They go in and take all of those, videos or content, and they repurpose it on my behalf. They're the ones that are posting for me. They're the ones that are sharing it out in the world. Now, I will be the one that comments to you on YouTube. I love getting feedback because hearing from you what you want to know is really important to me. But as far as getting things out there, I just have amazing teams that help me with YouTube. I have an amazing videographer that comes over and helps me get stuff done. And so what I would tell you is that if you have this desire to create an and in your life, you just need to be open to infinite possibilities and get creative and delegate or hire people that have an expertise in that so that you have the capacity to continue doing what you're doing. So I know from a distance, sometimes people will say, how do you do so much? It's because I don't do so much. I really have found teams of people that support me in being able to help me create this life in which I get to share more. Because again, what I care about is really helping you unlock your potential, increase your joy, reduce self-suffering, and I will find any way to be able to make that happen because it is so important to me. So if you've got an and that's burning inside of you, you want to write a book, you want to speak and share your story and impact people, you want to start a podcast, YouTube, whatever it might be, just sit down, write out what your plan is, and start asking for help, because I know in my life, that's what got me to this next level. So if this video has impacted you in any way, or you've got a great and, declare it below, comment. Maybe I have somebody that I can connect you to that's going to be able to help you the same way that other people helped me. So thanks for joining today, and we'll see you on the next show.